where were we? We were talking about Ben and his escapades in the spooky basement.
Yes.
Spoopy basement.
Spoopy.
She didn't check anywhere in particular, although she did make a swift movement to the other side of the room, the furthest point from where you are at now.
Alright, so I will start heading
much
there.
slower
Then.
everywhere else. Yeah, so she's made her exit and heads back upstairs. You move across the room under what looks like maybe the far stairs that lead you upstairs. You're directly under them.
Okay.
You want to make a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Or investigation, if you prefer. I will take it.
Perception I'm actually trained in, so I'll do that one.
I'm trained with my eyes.
No.
I got a 19.
Ooh, okay, so you see in the far back wall there is a stone that looks like maybe it's been taken out and put back in a few times. There's a few signs of wear and dragging. Maybe over the years some damage has happened because this stone has been messed with over and over again.
Okay, so move the stone as quietly as possible.
Okay. Yeah, make a stealth check to see if you can drag this. It's a fairly sizable, like maybe like an engineered brick size.
I'll just use Mold Earth then. Wait, is that a level 1 spell? I think I may have one more of that.
Remember, what's the components for Mold Earth? Because if you are required to go like Ickly Bockly.
Oh, then people would hear me, yeah.
If you've got to shout, salted broccoli, they'll hear you shouting.
Component S, so it is speech. The only thing I need is speech.
So speech or sight? No, that's visual.
Somatic. Somatic's like movement of your hands.
It's like fingers, yeah, because V is verbal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a cantrip as well. So yeah, I'll just move the stone.
So yeah, you
from
could just
Mold
go like do the magic finger wiggle, and then boom. Yeah, so you sort of roll it and slide it with your druid magic. Behind is a wrapped up satchel, a small bag made out of leather with its strap around it, tight around. You get the idea.
Yeah. So I'll quickly pocket that and Mold Earth it closed again. That's quickly pocketed.
Okay. Yeah. So you just like take it, Mold Earth it closed, and yeah.
And then I'm going to prepare Fog Cloud, which is my last level 1, just in case anyone, comes through.
Yeah, and by prepare Fog Cloud, do you mean put talcum powder in your arms?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And then I go for the doors that the lady came through. They're outside, didn't they, those doors?
Yeah, you can feel there is a cold breeze coming in through those doors. They definitely lead outside.
Yeah, so I open it slowly with Fog Cloud ready in case I see anyone.
Okay, alright, cool. You open it, you don't see anyone. I will just reveal the section of the map with there you are.
Oh shit, is this just like can I get anywhere from here, or am I like permanently outside?
No, you can. I'm so scared, it's so dark.
Suppose you can go the long way round back from the toilets.
Yeah, front door.
Yeah,
as well.
you can go this way and then that way, and that'll lead you round to the toilets.
Yeah, so I'll go to the pisses, and then
This
check
map
what's in the bag.
in the book. Sorry, this like in the book does not have a map, and I was like, I'm gonna need a map for this inn because these guys aren't gonna be in and out.
I see what you did there. In and out.
In and out. Okay, cool. You make your way around. Do you pretend to pee, or do you actually pee? Now this is important.
Well, I do pee, but then after I finish my piss, I look to see what's in the satchel.
Yeah, I'll mark down the piss stats too.
There's been a lot of skullduggery going on in those
Yeah,
toilets.
those toilets are the skeeving toilets.
They're the dogging capital of Barovia. Okay, so yeah, you unwrap this tightly bound book. Inside is a book. Inside is a book. You unwrap a tightly round bag. It's a book round with books. Inside it, you find a small bag.
Okay.
You unwind the bag, you find a book. It's about so big, really like the size of like a like a pocket journal, like an A5, slightly bigger than an A5. It's black leather, and it's moth-eared. It's been, a little bigger than that maybe. It's thumbed, it's moth-eared, it's been used a lot. The corners are soft, the leather has been worn. Are you presuming you're opening it and looking through?
Yeah, I'll just do a quick skim to see if anything catches my eye. I'll read it properly when I get a chance. Just like anything interesting.
It looks to be like a compendium of evil magics and witchcraft and summonings. There's a lot to go through, but just on a skim, that's what you see.
So, could I take it this is a spell book, or is it...
Not quite. It's like a spell book if the person wasn't actually like a wizard. Like a layman's spell book with a mix of like home remedies and homemade potions and some real alchemical stuff with some real spells and some bogus stuff. But, it's difficult to work out what's really going on just sitting in the toilet here. Over some time, you might be able to glean more information, what's real, what's not, and from there.
Yeah. So what should I call it?
I would call it like witchery handbook or like necromantic handbook or something like that.
Witchery handbook. Cool. Alright, dope. And then I slip that into my bag and rejoin the table.
Okay. There's no one there.
If there's anyone there.
Well, you come back in and... did you two actually go upstairs, Ryan? Did you take Vaughn up? Or?
I assumed...
Yeah, so
you
two are up. Let's say Vaughn... Oh, fuck. No,
not my room.
Okay. There you go.
No, I thought I'd take him to where Iqbal was. I take him to the room where I think Iqbal was in.
Wait, what?
I was going to take him to the... unless Iqbal was there, then I'll take him straight to him, but... if he's not, then I'll take him to the room where I know he was in the far end.
I think, we're saying Ichabod is just about there as everything sort of happened in the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I am seeing Vaughn and Rodrigo. I nod to Vaughn and I'm like, well done, mate. Keep a lookout for a minute, and I pound on Ronan's door.
He sort of the alcohol, although he was mostly playing up then, is now starting to hit him. So he sort of leans against the wall, trying to keep a lookout.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Rodrigo? Are you?
I mean, see what they're up to first. I don't want to.
Okay. I just wondered if you were staying there or heading straight back to your room.
Get on Rodrigo and tell him to leave.
Get out of here.
Fine.
Let me in, Ryan.
Yeah, I've got the door open.
Yeah, I walk in.
Just not on nothing, just waving his face.
Come on, shut the door.
Wait.
Shut up.
This is the smallest fucking room. No,
I'm joking. Yeah.
Sweatbox in there.
Alright, look. I might have been a little wrong about making some sort of weird thing to get you, but I weren't entirely wrong. And I produce the doll that I did find. Now, this might seem like a bit of a stretch, like I'm going out on a bit of a limb.
Right.
But I saw someone out in that town who looks an awful fucking lot like this doll. Okay. And I'm telling you, I didn't spend 10 years on the Neverwinter streets to not learn anything. Vitsani people use dark magics. I know it to be true.
He's fulfilling his self-fulfilling prophecy. He said it, now it must be true.
I mean, all I know is that these hosts have been nice to us.
And that's another thing. These people run a business. Everyone worth their salt knows that people that are trying to be overbearingly nice to you just want something from you. They've got nothing to prove to you.
Yeah, got nothing to prove to them. So,
they took a look at your hair, and now they've got a doll of someone.
I'm saying maybe we go find this woman, this young woman that I think this doll resembles. Perhaps she can shed a bit more light.
I don't
What
think we
predicament
should be meddling in the town's affairs.
You could end up dead. If they've made a similar thing to you, or plan to make a similar thing to you, you could drop dead in a day.
You can do checks on what you found, don't forget. I don't think you made any checks yet. Just
I didn't.
to be
I will
able
do.
to
I will do.
Well, I don't want to, I'm not going to tell you.
I got... Fuck. I got a 15.
You would know that while this might not have been made specifically, you're thinking, in character, you're probably thinking, I've forgotten the word for it. What
Voodoo doll?
Voodoo doll. You're thinking voodoo doll.
Yeah.
You know this wasn't made in the way you know the voodoo doos are made.
Voodoo doos.
Voodoo doo. It's the voodoo doo that you do. What was I talking about? The voodoo doll. This isn't specifically what you would call a voodoo doll. It's made with a lot more care. A voodoo doll that you've seen before are a lot more knocked together, a couple of stitches, a couple of bits of cloth, a piece of the item of that person. This has a lot of detail, a lot of care. Maybe it's a more robust thing made for using magics over the long period of time, or maybe it's something else that's
not
been
necessarily inherently evil.
Maybe, or it might have had a different purpose at some other point. All you know is that this has a lot of care in it if it's only for voodoo. You don't need that much care for that sort of stuff. And whether or not these magics work, you also don't know if they do or not. You doubt.
Look, all I'm saying is, I don't want to risk you dropping dead just because you're so willingly able to trust some people we've known for a day.
I mean, I barely know him. I'm just here with you. I thought you guys trusted him, so I trusted him.
I never trust people, mate.
Yeah, I think we should, look, I think we should get out of here as soon as possible. Head to Madame Ava.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She will catch on that I've taken this. And I don't even know where that fucking skull went. He just sort of dipped. I don't know. I didn't see him.
I didn't see him either. I think we should, rest up
I
and
think
go on.
we should wait for him for a minute. I don't even know if we can stay here.
I think it might be worth to. I don't know.
I'm happy to try it, but I'm just saying.
I got major leg. Oh, there we go.
You're not
She
taking
so much as touches her pockets, she's gonna know what I did.
Yeah, you can presume she's going to catch on fairly quick.
Yeah, I mean, we're the only people that's been in there.
Plus, their book's also missing as well.
Yeah, but we don't know that as characters.
Yeah, as characters we don't, but as us, we know that we should probably dip the fuck out of this place as soon as possible.
Yeah, but, like, physically, none of us actually... Me and Ichabod aren't really able to. We're both really weak. Ichabod mostly, he's only got like 8 HP.
Look,
yeah, you guys are both.
I'm more concerned about making sure Vaughn gets out of here. All right. I'll be fine, mate. I'll be safe.
Yeah, but you
he's
can't
sort
be
of half
dead,
drunk in the corridor. He looks okay though. He's not wounded or anything.
Look, you're no good to him dead. I think we need to rest up for a little bit.
I'm saying about being dead. If I fall asleep here, they might slit my throat.
So what do you suggest then? Move now?
I don't know. Maybe first we find Skull.
Sure.
I turn to Ronan and I'm like, look, just look after Vaughn, alright? I'll be back in a minute. And I
ain't got any of my armour on because I was going to go to fucking bed.
Just a man in his PJs.
Just keep him in the room.
Pee-pee.
And I make my way back downstairs in the hope of finding Skull.
I would say to Vaughn, I mean, stay here or go to your room. You're an adult and do what you want.
not an adult.
He sort of looks and
I imagine
glances at his room.
you don't need a babysitter.
Sorry, glances at the door because he's in your room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay down. I think I drank a lot of that red stuff. I'm not sure it's great for me to keep moving around like this.
Yeah, cool.
And he'll head out back into the corridor, and you sort of hear him make for the room.
Cool.
Well, the lag's getting bad.
Mm.
What is your plan going forward? Are you planning to stay the night here, or are you planning to dip?
I was gonna.
Well, I want to find Skull first. That's it. I want to find him, make sure he didn't go.
Okay.
I'm currently writing on some paper, just scribbles, so to say, to make it look like I'm busy.
I am. I get
so
downstairs.
you come down and see them.
Skull.
Oh my god.
Ichabod, my friend, come sit down with me, because get some more drinks after our hardy adventure we had.
Okay.
And I look at you with concern on my face, like.
Okay, yeah, I just go with it, and I head to the bar. I had 2 more of those special ciders you had there, mate.
He looks over his shoulder like special, and then remembers what he gave you, and then he pours you 2 more.
Yeah, piss water number 2.
Piss water number 2.
Piss water tab 5.
Mambo number 5. Yeah, I head back and I sit this end of the table. I pour him give him his drink.
Thank you. I don't say a word, but I slide over what I was writing on the bit of paper, which says, "We should get out as quickly as possible. Scary book, demon ladies, I'm out."
I see in the letter and already thinking along those sorts of lines anyway. I neck my drink and I sort of like slam on the table and I'm like, "Well, Scott, perhaps we should make a move for slumber. Do you not think?"
I do. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys going up the stairs?
Yeah, and I get Vaughn and I barge into their room.
Oh, I do make sure I pick up the bit of paper.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to leave that here. They'll need that to find us later.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I bled on this bit of paper.
Oh, yeah, my blood and my tears.
As I open into the room, I turn to everyone and go, "Skull says he's found a book, a sort of witchy, dark magic book."
Can I sleep?
No.
No! You
Laying
ass!
face up in his bed.
We got to get out of here right now, because they're going to realise this book was missing, and our heads are going to be on the chopping
Why the
block.
fuck do you steal from our hosts?
They're evil! Keep being they're evil!
They just said lucky it hurts them, you know.
They ain't done
All I could
nothing
hear
to me. They ain't done nothing to me. They ain't done nothing to any of you.
Evil. They are trying to kill you. They take a lock of your
They
head.
ain't steal anything. I gave
Jesus
them.
Christ. Followers of Saloon are dumb as fuck. And I storm out the room, into my room. And
Starts throwing that sort of talk around.
I prepare to leave. I want to get out of here.
Are you packing your stuff up? I presume you're packing your stuff up? Whatever little stuff you have out in the room.
Just an
I
extra
go look at the
hat.
window. Is it foggy out?
It looks, dark and murky, but it doesn't look like the unnatural fog that you would recognise from the grave site. It looks much more natural.
Grave, we've got to get out of here, man. We can't stay here.
I mean, we can now. You're stealing shit.
No. It's
You
before
ruined
the
this
stealing. Some weird's going on that's happening over here, and I don't want to be on the backlash of it. And then
The only weird thing is that people enter someone else's establishment and take things.
Look, in this case, I don't think we have a choice anymore. I think we may have to just leave.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, we don't now. Because you lot come in this room.
Hey, I ain't done anything.
I'm saying you.
Don't look at me. So I'm getting two different readings of the party. Who's staying? Who's going?
I think
Is
we all
anyone
have
staying?
to go.
Yeah, there's like they.
It's
We
advisable.
all associate
it's
together.
fine.
Like you all have to go now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we
that's
leave
fair.
and you don't, you may be taken hostage to be try and find the book. So like interrogated style. So
I'd
I
rather,
reckon that's what
I'd
we
rather that.
Interrogate me. I want it.
thought. Take my teeth, seize.
Oh God.
So,
You said interrogate, not torture.
So does
So
anyone have a camp bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have tents. I don't know if they have camp beds.
what if instead we go and stay in that abandoned manor?
I like that. I like that.
What, the one you half burnt down?
What the fuck?
No, not that one.
Oh, I was going to say.
The brother and the sister and the dead body man.
Oh yeah.
Just an empty house now.
Presumably, yeah, it's empty now.
So we just saw a whole army of the undead, and you want to go in a house with a dead guy in it. That's a manor in this place.
There is no dead guy in it.
You just said there was a dead guy in it.
We buried him.
Yeah, that we buried.
Where we met you.
Yeah, that was the guy that you were sleeping with.
You were literally in with him.
Oh, lovely. Well,
Thanks.
splendid.
So I don't
Sure,
want to
that's-
sleep somewhere where they're practicing dark magic.
Is
I'd rather sleep outside then.
Grave quite a heavy guy?
He's not like Big J heavy.
Would I
He's
have
like, he stands
noticed
on 5'11".
that he was in the grave when we picked it up at the house? Was it like
Yeah,
two people heavy?
You didn't notice it weighing 2 men heavy.
Yeah, okay.
So
You
I
can
appeared in
presumably
it.
appeared after you put the coffin in the grave itself.
Yeah, cool.
What's our plan?
So are
then?
you guys going to head to the abandoned manor or not?
I mean, I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the party think?
Well, that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to say don't go downstairs and outrageous, be suspicious. Like, let's just go through a window.
I'm just gonna be taking. I'm gonna be
Suspicious at all.
putting.
Yeah,
I'm
that's suspicious.
gonna
Jump
just be
out window.
putting my armor on.
Everyone walk out the door or just jump through the window.
I mean, either
Yeah, but
way.
if they realise something's missing, I guess either way we're fucked. So just
Yeah,
go through the door.
either
Hey,
way.
Good luck, either way.
I take about
No
5
matter
minutes to
what,
put my armor
they
on.
know
Them.
it's us.
Okay. 5 minutes for
Yes,
Sean to put his
yes.
armor. For Rowan to put his armor on. The rest
I'll
of you,
help
are you
him.
booking it straight away, or are you going to help him?
Well, I'm going to help
No,
him.
I'll
so
leave
they
that.
can
Yeah, I was
him.
going to say. I'll wait.
Okay, so with about 2 minutes, is it 2.5 minutes with help?
I don't know. Probably.
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. After a
Yeah.
couple minutes, we can say he puts his armor back on, strapped up, and then the whole party goes down the stairs.
I'm stairs in
Scott,
it.
are you jumping out of the window?
Nah, we're all going down the stairs. The window is even more suspicious as my.
Yeah. It's a little sus. It's a little sus. You only see one sister currently downstairs. Here, let me hide the room.
Should we not think about an idea while we're going down there? An excuse while we're leaving?
We don't need an
We're all going
excuse.
for a group.
It seems to be all winged at the moment.
We're all peeing.
We're all peeing at the same time.
Yeah, we don't need an excuse.
No, we should be able to walk. It's midday. If they
Yeah,
haven't caught on
There's
to it,
like
we can
there's
keep going
like
from.
6,
Oh, okay.
or maybe not even that late now. It's probably 4, 5.
But
We could just be heading out again.
the only couple of people that we had kind of good standing with, we no longer have,
Because they wanted something from us.
and that's a bad
I
thing.
think it was-
Yeah?
You guys' ref
Yeah.
is falling through the floor. I'm not gonna lie to you. But hey, maybe it's for the best. Maybe it's for the best. You don't know.
Exactamundo, friend. We don't know.
Okay, so let's say you guys head out this back door, past the old Johns, and then into the streets of Barovia village.
I was gonna talk to the lady before we leave.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, everyone but Connor is in the streets of Barovia village. We agree with that?
I'll hang by the door if he's talking.
I don't have any spell slots left though, guys. So
So
I'm a druid with
fine.
cantrips.
dead weight.
Wait, am I? Oh, I'm still upstairs.
Yeah, and there's like a book that's on Graves' thigh. And he'll like open it and he'll like flip through the pages. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hang on, I am on the wrong thing. Go. Where are you? Sorry. Yep, I see you. Yep.
Excuse me, ma'am. And he's like opening his book. Sorry to bother you again. I've been looking for this book, and the others don't seem to know this man. Do you know a Dr. Rudolph van Riken or Richen, by any chance?
She takes a moment to think, but no, I don't know anyone by that name.
Alright, well,
Why
if you see
do you
anyone,
want them?
seems like they've done some bad, and they got some money on their head. And I'd like to get it before anyone else does.
Dangerous work, strange man. Dangerous work.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, thank you for your time. That's what I wanted to ask.
No trouble. You
Have a
come
good
and
night,
go
yeah.
as you please. She
Yeah,
nods
no.
at you.
I didn't sit, and I just like walk around and then start to head out.
Okay. What are the other two doing? Ichabod. Oh, you're gone.
Yeah, I was waiting at the door for Grave to finish, but when he walks out, I'll just walk out.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys make it back into the streets without too much hassle. Let me regroup the party.
Is that general goods store still open so I can offload a bunch of shit in case we have to leave town real quick?
You can go and have a look.
I'll go because it's on the way. I'll have a look.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're going south. Or no, west, were we?
You are going. Yeah. So E4 is the.
Oh,
Where's
okay,
the
we're going
banner?
west.
E3 there is the general, not the general goods. What's it called?
Oh,
The mercantile.
Mercantile. That's it.
okay, yeah.
Okay. You guys, it is still open. You see dim light. You see dim light coming through the. It's got shuttered windows, but you can vaguely see light coming in through it.
Alright. So I'm gonna quickly. I'm gonna be like, alright, guys. I'll be literally 2 seconds, and I walk in there. I'm like, I've got some stuff to offload, friend. If you're still open.
Yeah, I'm just about open. Oh, what you got?
Alright, I got this scroll here. Scroll of Detect
Alright.
Forts, and I've got these two rings. Don't mess me around, mate, because I know exactly how much this is worth. This is worth 150 gold pieces street value. I'll take nothing less than 80. I know you like to plunder people, but 80 gold pieces for these 2 gold rings and this spell and this
80?
scroll
80?
is more
Trying
than
to rob
fair.
me, 80?
No, honestly, I run a trading company and I know exactly how much
fair.
these things are worth. 80 is more than fair. I know you're the only merchant in town, but come on.
Well, exactly. I'm the only merchant in town, so I decide what's more than fair, don't I?
Well, I mean, I guess, friend, but,
Your blind so
Where
good.
else you gonna go? No?
well, I know exactly how much it's
Go.
worth. I mean, I don't know where I'll go with it. Maybe I'll
I feel like
use
it's
it.
only the value of the item is only decided by how much I want to pay for it.
All right, well, how much do you want to pay for it?
I'll do you 65.
75.
68.
70.
Oh, it's 70. 70, you got a deal.
All right, and I begrudgingly shake his hand, give him
Oh.
the items, and take the 70 gold.
Oh, yeah, so he'll slide you some gold and tuck the items somewhere beneath the desk.
Okay. And then I head out.
Alright, cool. So the party regroup. I guess you guys are heading to. Are you guys waiting outside for him, or are you gonna head straight in?
I'm not sure yet, outside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you regroup with
Yeah.
the party and head up the street together as a unit. You get close to the manor here, and you remember from last time you were here. It's
Old lady?
not a well kept place.
Oh,
The signs of damage and wear and tear, and the multiple assaults on the house ring throughout its grounds. You come through the big gates, one of them which hangs off of its rusty old bars, and just the sheer amount of like activity and footsteps and scruffles that are visible on the grass and shrubbery around the outside of the house, as well as the like claw marks and damage to the building itself, definitely send a chill shiver up your spine. This is definitely a place that's seen a lot of violence at some point, but nothing stops you from heading up and towards the main door. Again, the inside, warm. It was nicely appointed at one point, although time has taken its toll on its furnishings, and what once was nice now seems beaten and maybe used up at the end of its days. But still, it's the safest place you know to spend the night. A lot of the windows are shuttered and even barricaded with bits of wood and nails. It's quite a large house with many rooms and many bedrooms, many dining rooms, and once upon a time this might have been quite a grand old place, but now it's kind of a skeleton. So what is your plan for camping out? It's by no means warm or cozy. It's kind of empty and cold and lifeless. Do you have a plan going forward?
Guess set up camp inside the hut building, and it's better than being in the cold and/or tavern.
Yeah, I say we all set camp in the living room just because it's a big house and we don't know what's possibly in here.
Okay.
So
that's a reasonable start.
I'll speak to the party, say, yes, but I'm not too sure what's in here, so maybe we should all take camp in the living quarters.
I'm gonna camp outside.
Fuck this.
Okay, friend.
I don't need to sleep anyway, so.
Okay, fair enough. Ichabod, what are you and Vaughn planning to do?
We'll stay inside. I don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to the house, so sort of stay in the house and out of sight.
Do you know we should explore the house before we do anything? Before we rest?
Not a bad idea.
I was going to go to the highest point of the house, maybe like the attic or something, see if there's like a little room or something with a window.
Yeah, alright. So who else was exploring the house? Was it Rodrigo?
Yeah, I was exploring.
Okay, so you and Ronan both kind of having the same idea, start to move upwards through the house, looking for, just in case anything's taken up home here in the sort of day you've been gone, or maybe even less than a day really. Whilst Skull starts setting up, I don't know. What have you brought sleeping and camping wise, Skull?
I would assume I would have a tent of some kind, but it's not on my character sheet. I've been travelling a lot, so I guess I've just been sleeping under the stars.
Alright, nice. Alright, we can
So,
assume you've got some basic camping stuff, maybe like a roll mat and some bedding. But at some point, maybe your tent's become lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not completely bare bones in it, but you've not got complete coverage, which is, not great. Heading up the stairs, there's a sort of double back stairway that leads you up onto a hall with a couple of doors, and then it doubles back on itself, and the last floor of the house is at the very top. In the far corner of the hallway of the upper floor, there is a small hatch and rope. You could probably pull it. It would probably give you access to the eaves of the building.
Nice. Nothing
has jumped out at you spooky or dangerous yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Undead fiend or celestial around? 60 foot?
Nothing. Was it 60 foot? How long is it?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, nothing that rings any warning bells.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll just pull the rope and then go up there.
Okay. Yeah, you head upstairs, and it's whilst there was sunlight coming in through the boarded windows, but not much. There's like barely any light up here in the attic. Are you going to light a torch, or have you got any other means of?
Is there like a window or something, or some means of?
There is on the far side with like a heavy cloth thrown over it.
Yeah, I'll get rid of
Though
that shit.
sunlight escapes underneath it.
I'll write that
Yeah,
shit
you
down.
pull off this heavy cloak, and it's. You guess it was there because there's like no glass here. It's just a shutter with sort of slats. A lot more light comes in, but the act of pulling off this big heavy cloth kicks up ages and years of filth and dust that sort of goes straight up your nose, and it's dusty and damp and old up here. There's a lot of furniture that's been tucked in the corners and covered with cloths. There's old crates with old clothing in it. But you could, if you shuffled some stuff around, get enough room to kip down up here, if that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, cool.
On the other hand, this window does give an okay view, if not a little narrow. Gives you an okay view of most of the path coming up to the building. The roof of the floor below cuts it about 2/3 of the way up the path. You've got a good view of the gate and the beginnings of the path.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I'll set up camp, just search around, make sure there's no fucking murderers hiding in the shadows. But
all you find is skull, and it's very concerning.
That's alright by me. Yeah, and then I'll just get cozy. I'll probably sit in this window staring out for a little bit, just with what looks like just me thinking to myself.
Okay. Rodrigo, are you making your way through the lower rooms?
Yeah, just having explored the whole house, see what's there. If there's anything that we should be wary of, anything in the houses.
Yeah. So as you make your way through the ground floor and the first and second floors, this place has seen like a lot of damage. A lot of the stuff that would have been nice at one point has been damaged at one point or the other by what look like animal attacks. There's massive gashes and claw marks throughout the house, which is deeply worrying. But you don't find anything, that's going to be particularly helpful. There is a kitchen with rudimentary equipment, and there is a fireplace in a lot of the main bedrooms and living room that you could light for warmth if you could source something to burn. Nothing jumps out at you as particularly great other than that, though.
Okay. Is there tables and shit? Tables and chairs?
There are tables and chairs you could break up and burn if you wanted to.
So I will return back to the living room. Well, it's obviously a fireplace. I found some tables and chairs. You want to break those down and burn them for warmth?
I mean, it does sound nice to be warm, but I'm more worried that steam or smoke or whatever will attract anyone. If we're intending to lie low here, I don't want to attract any unnecessary attention.
Well,
Ichabod's got a point.
Well, regardless, at least with the windows and doors, we'll have some protection from the wind.
Well, that's
so
it.
that'd be something.
Nothing's stopping you from maybe finding, like an old plate, something metal that won't burn through the floor, and lighting a little one outside of a chimney. Might get a bit smoky in here, but at least it won't pour through the.
Wake up, everyone's covered.
Yeah, but at least it won't spew out and let everyone know we're here.
I was at the top of the attic, sort of overwatching the entrance point.
Right.
So at least we got a watchman. We just camp in here.
Custom is deep asleep.
So, well, actually saying that is Aringer just, are you camping just out the front?
Yeah,
at the front, at the back, or...
Oh, well then light a fire. Well, people are going to know we're here regardless. So.
Yeah, they're going to know he's there, so...
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll bring the tables and chair around and sort of bring them into the room, start breaking them down into a little pile.
Okay, alright. Aringer, are you planning anything particular whilst these guys rummage this old house?
He'll probably just like have his crossbow out and just be pacing like back and forth for a while, like keeping an eye out. He'll like wait.
You got a trance? What's your rest time considered?
It's I have to transfer 6
Have you got no rest time, or is it just you go straight through?
Let me tell you, you cannot move, but otherwise conscious during long rest, and they take only 6 hours. So I'll be pacing for quite some time now. Maybe I'll just sit on the stairs with my crossbow and just
Yeah, there's
Sure.
there's like a grand old staircase on the front of the building. That's seen better days, but still functional. Functionable. You could sit on the front of it and
Yeah,
get a
I was
nice
gonna
view
try
of the
like
front.
lean my back, and so I just like look forward. And if I see a mist coming, I'll go inside. But other than that, you'll just
Okay, yeah, cool.
keep watch out the front.
All right. Anyone else got anything they need to get done this long rest?
Nah.
Nope. Other than reading through that book a little bit more to get some interesting things from it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So make me either a history or a religion check.
Wow, I'm shit at both those things. I'll do history.
I don't know what this is talking about.
What? So, history, or I get a -1 to everything. So fuck it.
Bland. He's forgotten what happened in the past.
I got an 11.
Okay, so to you it seems that most of this might be bogus ramblings.
Ugh. Well,
If you tell any of the others, are you going to tell the others, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
keep it to myself for now. I mean, I said I found a book to Ichabod,
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no worries.
but I'll just keep looking for it. I know there must be something like a value in here if one of the ladies there was that well concerned about it, sort of thing.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Yeah, so you proceed to look through it. Anything else anyone's got to get done this short rest?
Nah.
Long rest or short rest?
Are you short? You're long resting, right? Did I say short?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Nah, no long rest for you. Short it is.
Fuck.
Oh, no. Should have said anything.
Okay, so you guys survive the night, and although the sun doesn't truly come up in Barovia, it does slowly get less dim and more sort of more light, more dreary,
Nice.
more grey. Yeah. What is your guys' plan for this new day? What is your plan of action? Where are you going to go? What are you going to tackle?
We were gonna go straight to this Madame Eve, wasn't we?
Madam
Yeah, we should
Eva.
probably go as soon as possible before everyone else gets up.
Yeah.
Okay,
More
alright.
importantly, the
Are
two
you guys
sisters.
going to head straight away? Are you going to eat? You didn't eat at the inn.
We didn't.
Yeah, I've got
You
food on me.
guys, yeah, you guys should have 9 each, other than Ben, who has 10, I believe.
I haven't eaten any rations, so
Yeah, so if you guys all go down to 8, then you go down to 9,
I do not
Okay,
eat. I use sun.
other than you.
I
Just
use
drink
photo
great
sympathy.
gases.
My wallet.
Yeah, I think we should definitely go before. We should definitely go as soon as possible, rather than waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair statement.
So maybe go now and then.
What way out of the town would we be going?
You know that the river is this way out of town.
So
It's the
West.
same direction that the grave ghosts were heading.
Yeah.
maybe they're going towards
Cool.
Eva.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We should.
Alright, anything else you guys want to do before we head out of town?
No.
Okay. Cool. Right, let me change.
Should we go straight left though, rather than going through town? Just go straight in the path.
You can do, feel free to. If you want to off-road it through the... It's marshy, but it's
Yeah, I
not
feel like
particularly...
just kick
It's
to
Probably a better move, isn't it?
Yeah, feel free to.
Sure.
Better
Go
than
ahead
walking
that
through
way.
town. You know.
Yeah, you can sort of see over here the path bends and heads almost straight west. For a short time at least, as far as you can see. So yeah, you guys head off, pack up your stuff, finish your short meals, your crackers, your dry breads, and head due west, heading into the path gradually sort of steadily heads uphill, the river tumbling past you as it rolls on, uncaring of anything and everything that goes on. Let me bring up the overwhelm. Here we
so glad to see the back of that town, honestly.
Metagaming. Have we missed any levels?
No, you're right. You're right.
Nice.
You haven't gained any levels, but you've not accidentally missed any levels.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of nudge us towards like you level up over here if you want.
It's there. It's there. You see that box of angry bees?
That's a level.
That's a level. That's a B level. So, are you guys sticking now? So you cross over the marsh and you do hit the road. It's sort of an old cobble. At one point, it was probably quite a well-used road. Although now it's kind of underused and unkept. Are you going to stick to it for the most part?
Wasn't they saying about following the river? Or was it
They
road?
did. They said
River.
follow the river. You can see the tumbling, rolling, graceful way of the river, and this road does intercept it and cross it at some point. But other than that, you can't see. The hills start to get in the way.
I'd say just follow the road.
Follow the road until it starts
Okay.
to diverge from
So-
the river, if it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I gain all my hit points because of a long rest, so let me just do that.
Yeah,
for
long rest, put your hit points back up. Any lost max, go back up as well. Ichabod, spell slots, things like that.
Alright.
And on the walk, being so overwhelmed with this book because I'm like, I know there must be something to it, and getting frustrated about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it possible to guidance on myself, then try and read the book again, see if I can find
Yeah,
anything,
give it another go.
anything
Yeah.
else?
Are you making it known to the party, or are you going to do it in secret
You
again?
got a lot of weird
If
cantrips.
someone's looking at me, then
Alright, you're not going to actively hide it, you're going to bring it up.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, go then.
Boop. Fuck.
Roll a history or a religion.
Yeah. Alright, I got less than before, 9.
Alright, yeah, so it's still nothing but sort of, strange, erratic ramblings about strange cults and rituals, but nothing that really holds any real impact. Nothing rings true about the way magic works that you know of.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes you guys about 3.5
Alright,
hours
fuck.
before you hit
Just gonna
the
put
river.
that in my pocket.
You put it back in your pocket?
Keep.
I know, man, you're really struggling to say the word pocket. Pockets is...
Yeah, I think he put it in his pocket, he said.
Yeah.
There we go. He's back.
You put it back in your filthy pockets is. Yeah, it takes you 3.5 hours to reach a stone bridge that crosses... Oh my god, it took him so long he
He
died.
literally just only said pockets.
Jesus.
Where did Ryan go? Can you finish
Brian.
That was fucked!
Ryan?
Don't do anything. Once Brian joins and plays the video one, it goes back to normal.
Hopefully.
Everyone wait out Ryan.
Yeah.
Boop, bap.
Good.
And we good.
Back? You good?
Ben,
You alright?
is Ben
No.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
okay.
go.
Alright, no.
The last thing I heard was it took you about 3 hours to reach, and then it cut out.
3.5 hours to reach the old stone bridge that juts out over this river. This river rolls past you, heading past the village and back the way you came. But this bridge, although old looking, looks quite sturdy. Quite peaceful almost. Quite a serene little sight, this old bridge over this. Not so grand, but it's a big enough river. It would be difficult to cross without it. So it's
Yeah.
lucky you found it, really.
So if we cross this, then we'd be on the left side of the river.
You would be on you would be on the west side of the river, which is what you've been told to stick to.
Ah, yeah. Then no reason why not to.
Yeah. Okay. Going
So
ahead from the
I'll
right.
go first.
On the way, Aaron Joe will be looking for like native flowers and stuff. Unique
Okay.
ones.
And make a nature check.
Oh, I think that nature. I'm not that good nature.
I mean, you're not a very natural person yourself.
8.
Big boot robot man.
In fact,
You
he's
don't
dogging on him.
see any. You see a lot of like weedage and a lot of grass, a lot of like long cattail-like plants,
Yeah, nothing good.
but nothing particularly flowery. There's nothing with any color in it. You know,
No,
it's
we're
all either like a really dark green or a brown or just dead altogether.
alright.
As you cross the bridge, Ronan, you're the first one up onto the bridge.
I guess, yeah.
You turn into
A
bridge.
single stone that sits on the sort of the walls of the bridge, the wall either side. A single small stone that sits on it. As you get closer, the stone goes plop, and jumps off the side.
What? So there's a stone like on the handrail,
Yeah,
and then it just like jumps off.
yeah. The whole rail wall part, it's all made out of cobbled stone, and one of the ones on the top, a very small, very loose stone, just goes.
Strange. I'm not gonna do anything.
Don't think about it.
It was only some minor thing. I don't know. It's not very windy, but weird.
You carry on.
Sometimes these things come loose.
Yeah. So it was just like a pebble.
Yeah, like a pebble, maybe no bigger than like that.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like a palm of your hand, nothing too big.
Yeah. All right.
Just dive straight off into the water.
I turn into a small pebble.
I'm a pebble now. I must take part of the bridge. You are on the bridge. You're part of the bridge.
Big clue.
You guys, you I guess you finished crossing. You keep going.
If I do finish crossing, yeah.
No, you make it. You don't blow up on it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Sure. And I'll look back and I'm questioning why they're not following me. Like,
Oh no, I assumed we were. I was going to say.
Are you following him? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask. If you're following up behind, then
Sweet.
yeah, you see the pebble go. But other than that, nothing strange happened.
Wait, so did you already look over into the like where it jumped off?
no.
No, you didn't look.
Alright, I'll go have a look.
You see the pebble sort of slowly sinks to the bottom, but nothing strange about the water. You do hear, however, whilst you're here behind you, something else go plop and land in the water.
So another stone on the old rail.
Do none of us see it? What he?
Oh
hears?
yeah, if you're still on the bridge, then you see another small stone on the other side fall off the bridge.
The hell?
I walk up to where that one falls, and I look over the edge.
You see the stone sink and hit the ground, and then after a while, somewhere else on the bridge, maybe further left, you hear.
Do
I'm
we see these
assuming.
stones?
I'm just going to run across the bridge.
I'm gonna.
Seeing this.
I'm gonna say. I assume it's
Seeing
maybe
this, I'm
some timer.
Running across the bridge like I don't want this to fall on me.
I love this remix.
I don't want it to follow me.
I'm gonna run across the bridge. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, okay, so you leg it across the bridge. What are the rest of you doing? You guys waiting to see more?
I'm already across, but I'm
I
looking.
wait.
I'm watching them.
I wait
Running
for
across the
one
bridge,
more
aren't you?
pebble, or
Yeah,
whatever.
and
it
after
is
a
called.
while, one more pebble does scoot off the bridge and into the water.
I look at Aringer and I'm like, that's really, really weird.
Yeah.
Do you not think? I
It's
wait for
super
the
weird.
next pebble.
Yeah.
Is it the exact same time distance between the previous one?
Loosely. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same sort of time, 3-4 seconds every time. 3-4-5 seconds, maybe. There's nothing truly regular about it, though,
I
Size of the
walk
pebble
over to where
changes.
the last one fell.
Yeah. This one maybe was slightly bigger. Maybe it's the size of, like, 2 balled fists.
And I give like the wall a little push where it's at.
Yeah, so a good few bigger stones that make up a good percentage of the wall go off the edge.
Alright, no, just get off the bridge.
Yeah,
And I
skill
go.
bridge.
You almost fell.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys all head over the other side of the bridge?
Mhm.
Yep.
No? Alright, cool. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to take a look. you can keep moving.
That makes me want to look, but no. Nah,
What were you guys looking at?
God, I want to see.
Those
it's just
stones?
weird. Yeah.
Bridge is falling
Okay.
apart.
Do have mage arm, mage hand, so you can.
I'll put him back. You leave him there,
God.
building the bridge, just forever. Like a
Strahd
troll.
would like me now.
Fix that damn bridge. Yeah. I guess we carry on.
All right.
Unless anyone's
so-
overly intrigued by the bridge.
Are you following the? Are you following the road? Oh, what's
Hang
that?
on. From getting off the other side, are we able to
Yeah.
catch a view of under the bridge?
Yeah, you can see under the bridge. Nothing out of the ordinary. Obviously, the underside of a bridge. You know, the river. It meanders down. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Strange.
Very strange.
Okay. Yeah, you guys keep pushing down. Are you following the road now, or are you going to come off the road and attempt to follow the river closer?
Should we try and follow the river closer?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'll go on the path, but as soon as it starts deviating, then we have to go on the
Yeah.
go closer. That might have been like a weird stony like counter to how many people have crossed the bridge or something.
But then why do they keep jumping after we all stood there?
Because it's slow. I don't know.
It's just slow, isn't it?
So
So
net
you
again,
guys
do we
follow
level
the-
up again?
What?
Was that another level up opportunity?
That's the level up. You guys missed it. No.
You didn't swallow the rock.
You should have. What you got to do is break the rock and suck on it, and then you teleport. to
Breathe
the next
in
level.
the juice in the rock.
Yeah. Then you teleport to the next level.
Mm.
Okay, so you guys move for another. Let me double check. You follow the river as it meanders its sort of snaking way between quite tall, quite old woods. These thick oaks and evergreens and ferns and stuff are massive and tall, and they block out a lot of the sun either side of you. You know, the little sunlight that comes through is then blocked by these towering trees that shelter you from any light. And so for a while, following this river through this large cluster of trees, it becomes quite oppressive and quite dark. But it's not too long until it breaks out again, and you follow the stream on a more peaceful route as it wraps its way right over a little hill, a little cleft. You guys scramble up it without too much difficulty. On the far side of this hill, having climbed it, you come across what looks to be a small lake. This lake's maybe a little less than a mile across. So it's not huge, but it's big enough. Like, it's big enough.
Yeah.
On the far side of the lake is a peaceful-looking cluster of colourful-looking tents. A small trail of smoke billowing up into the sky. Gracefully, quite a calm and serene picture.
I shouldn't need to ask this, but try not to steal from people.
Who's that aimed at?
Don't just trust everyone you meet.
I'm gonna cast
Alive and dead.
Undead.
You gonna what?
Just to detect any undead nearby.
You don't detect anything by you now. No.
Should we go and...
Although they're like a mile away, so it ain't gonna reach
Oh,
them
okay.
if that's what you're intending.
Yeah, okay. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
when we get
Way
closer,
out
I'll
of
use it
range
again.
for them. But yeah,
Be
so
fair, though.
coming round, you're gonna have to come round this lake if you're gonna want to get to the camp, and it's gonna take another hour and a half or so. It's quite a long, and the the shape of the lake means going round this edge is quite a long way. Although it's not wholly that wide, you've got to loop right round. Anything you guys want to do in preparation of approaching this camp?
Anyone want to think of anything?
I shall
really.
stay back and watch what happens and help you accordingly.
Alright.
Helpful.
I'll make conversation with Ichabod a bit more.
What was that?
I'll make
Good.
conversation with Ichabod.
Okay.
Alright.
So perhaps when we're walking down, I'll say, so what, remind me where you were from? Like, I've forgotten.
Is that his notepad?
I'm from
What's your address?
Neverwinter, mate.
Neverwinter. Very nice.
Where's your home address, mate? Where's your home address? Where's your family?
Your security, your social security number?
I imagine you were a man of I mean, just many skills and talents. Because you what were you, a priest of?
Pelor.
Pelor.
mate. I serve Pelor.
Yeah. I've seen you use unpelory things.
He's calling you.
Like when one of our party was injured, you used spare the dying, which I mean I know is from the Book of Necromancy. What have you picked? Have you just picked those up from your travels?
Not so much from my travels. I think in later life is where I found the light. I'm a level here. I wasn't a good kid.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
never knew my parents. I lived on
Same.
the street until I was 14 years old. I had to
Yeah.
do a lot of bad things to get by. Until a very kind, very generous man showed me the light.
I can
Ever
respect
since
it.
then, I've served my Lord in whatever way I can. I'll admit, I'm not the squeakiest, shiniest man in his service, but I do what I can and I do right by people.
Yeah.
I know you seem to have some weird mistrust of me, but I've not told you a single lie, and I'm going to roll a deception.
I told you a single.
Why does it take so long to roll? Oh,
Did I roll that dice?
My passive ain't good.
yeah, I know, but I only rolled
Is
a
it better
2.
than a
Oh.
2?
Hang on. What is my plus? Deception, so I got a 5.
It wants to be a 10.
My passive insight is 12.
So you figure he's probably fibbing about something.
Yeah.
Something in that sentence, somewhere, is definitely a porky.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I just thought I'd get a bit more info about what's.
Understandable.
Everyone.
You want to know the people you're travelling with.
Yeah.
And yourself, were you always in servitude to a higher purpose?
No, I mean, actually, quite conveniently, it's quite similar to you. I was quite a young lad when I discovered it. I lived in this like little village, essentially. Insert name here because it's gone now. Doesn't exist. Got burnt to the ground.
Like many do.
Oh, I've heard the terrible tale of insert name.
But yeah, it got burnt to the ground, and essentially I had to carry my sisters out, and I only managed to actually survive because the silver goddess kind of guided me towards the shrine in Waterdeep. And I've kind of been serving under that ever since.
Well, it really is a noble cause. I've been to the shrine of Waterdeep. It's
It's nice.
a real wholesome place.
Still zinger, as shrines go. That's
I've taken many things. No, I'm joking. What the fuck was that? I just heard like in my ambience thing I'm listening to, all the furniture just like crashed or something like that. I didn't mean to cross you earlier. It weren't like that. I just
That's fine. You've got your
you being
motives.
a man of some sort of higher standing. You're the most trustworthy person here, and I didn't want you to just drop dead over some crone's wicked game.
Yeah, I respect it. Yes, and I thank you. It's just I hope the best in people a lot of the time.
It's not a bad property to have. I just find that I've never really been granted that outlook on life. People have often let me down.
Yeah. I see.
Well, and well, I better go check on my lad.
Your assistant.
That's cool.
Me sister. I never said anything else. I just said me lad. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice, good chat, heart touching. I like it. Anything else anyone wants to talk about before we get to the camp?
I'm gusty.
I will ask Arranger because I've only ever met maybe one or so Warforged before.
Reverend.
Howdy. So, tell me, how is it that you come to be in your shell, so to speak?
Mr. Krabs?
It's a long time.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
So,
beans.
began with my spirit. It began when I was like in a guild, a fighters guild named Calgaron's Gold. It's an old man who led this guild, and I was in it, born in it. My family joined it quite young. So I was in it from 16 to my current age is 43. Basically, what was happening, our guild was getting weaker. They were dying off. I was being killed and bounty hunting with disease or some shit. So, Calgaron, the leader, decided he'd want to make it more sustainable. So, we thought he was going to make some type of special potion that could maybe extend our life, make us more immune to shit. But instead, he decided to try and bond our souls to what I am now, a Warforged skeleton. So, unfortunately, us not knowing that, I was a leader, and I wanted my group to survive, so I joined in. 9 of us joined in. Me and only 2 of us survived the process. Some saw it as a gift, the future, but some, i.e. me, saw it as a curse and it's betrayal. So I decided to leave the guild. Now I'm still trying to get used to this new body because it's only been a couple weeks. I still get phantom hunger. I still feel like I need to sleep, drink, all that shit. It's weird. You feel like you need to breathe sometimes. Then you go in and nothing happens. You're just there. There's no feeling. Just a hollow shell. It's great.
I am truly sorry to hear that, mate. I can't even imagine what it's like to live a feelingless
ain't fun. I mean, it's got its benefits. I can read more.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
it's a sad story.
Yeah. You know,
I hope
he
it
pulls out his book, and like it's like this is what my friend told me once. He said to me that the gods envy us. They envy us because we're mortal. Because any moment might be our last. Everything's more beautiful because we're doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now. We will never be here again. And I'm afraid that no longer works for me. So I keep that to remember. Maybe one day I can come back to my normal self.
It's a lovely message.
As Arranger finishes, talking about his, the ability to die may be our greatest blessing. Ichabod, you hear over your shoulder a whisper on the wind, a sort of voice that you recognise, a voice that it draws you back to a dark place. You're for a second you're in the basement again, and you're soaked in blood, and you just hear a voice that says, "You came back." And then again, you're back on the path, back with your party, and it blows away as if it was nothing.
I look stunned for like a minute. I look like shocked, and I'm looking around, and I sort of snap back, and that's.
You're all right.
That's a lovely. I'm fine, mate. It's just been a long few days.
Did I ever tell you that?
Those are really lovely words.
Thank you. One from me, from a friend.
Your mortality is what you make it, friend. Believe me, it goes through so many depths that a mortal mind can't even understand. Don't give up hope. And I'd sort of I ruffle my coat back up over me, and I'd sort of steam ahead a little bit, like shaken, and you see me sort of again checking around me. Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Okay, so as you guys, finish talking about,